What is up YouTube, it's Markshot here and welcome to a brand new video. So after playing the Black Ops 4 beta, I couldn't help but feel like something was missing. It was missing a particular game mode. I don't know if it'll be included or not in the full game, but I sure hope so. What is this game mode, you ask? Well, this game mode almost single-handedly saved World War II for me. It kept me coming back to a game even though most would say it was already dead. I'm sure you could tell by the thumbnail what I'm talking about, but if you couldn't, I'm referring to the mode Gridiron. This mode is so much fun. I honestly think it's my favorite game mode, period, and I don't say that lightly. Funny enough, I didn't always care for the concept though. A form of this game mode was in games like Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and it was just called Uplink. Now, all that was different from Uplink to Gridiron was that Uplink just incorporated the use of jetpacks with the goals up high. If you are unfamiliar with these types of modes, it's essentially where you get the ball and try to throw or carry the ball into the goal. If you throw the ball into the goal, it's worth 3 points. If you carry the ball into the goal, it's worth 7. The Gridiron version reminded me a lot of the game of football. It was so satisfying to score, especially in a close or competitive matches. The mode catered to all different kinds of playstyles. You could slay like I did and get 100 plus kill games, or you could even play OBJ and have the satisfaction of trying to score, or you could play a little bit of both, like I would always do. You know, if my team was doing a pretty good job of scoring, I would just go out there and focus on slaying. However, if my team was bad at scoring, I would have to pretty much play like LeBron James and try to score and slay and do it all to try to win it for my team. And mostly those were the times when I was playing solo with a bunch of randoms. But if I was playing with a team or a squad, there was no problem. We all knew our roles, and I was pretty much a slayer. And that's something that I really enjoy doing because, like I said, I could get 100 plus kill games very easily, not even really trying. Now, even if the match was very competitive, you're still going to easily get 50 to 60 kills, no problem. So I honestly think Gridiron is the best determination of who's the better team. And you say, well, how is that so? Well, because there is a scoring aspect, and then there's also a slaying mechanic, and it's a fine balance between the two. If you have one team that's all slayers, you're not going to get anything done. You're not going to win because at the end of the day, you have to score to win. And on the flip side as well, you know, if you're scoring all the time and you're not really slaying, well, you're probably inevitably not going to be able to score as much. You don't have slayers on your team, so you need the right balance. It's a delicate balance, and sometimes it forces you to play different types of play styles that you normally wouldn't play. You really got to be flexible in Gridiron, because if you come up against a team that, let's say, that knows the little exploits of the map where they can just throw the ball up and score, either someone's going to have to sit back and play defense, or someone's going to have to be equally scoring as much. So you really got to figure out what you need to do as a team in order to win, and that's why I think Gridiron really determines who's the best player or best team, period. I think it's better than S&D, get better than games like Hardpoint, stuff like that, because those games are really more so about who gets the kill, and it's not just about the kills in these game modes, it's about the objectives. So yeah, I really like Gridiron, and I do think that it would be very fun to see it in the competitive playlist. And one thing I would like to add is that it's so funny when playing with randoms. You'll always have, inevitably, a teammate that runs around and tries to score non-stop. And it's good that they try to play the objective. I mean, hey, we're not going to bash anyone for doing that. But I think there's a fine balance between playing the objective smartly and playing the objective just dumbly, and all of a sudden now you don't have a teammate because he's never really being productive. He's always running out there and dying. Thankfully, Gridiron doesn't have a KDR, or if it does, it doesn't present that to you. So people are not afraid to die in Gridiron, as they shouldn't be. But like I said, I think it encourages a dumb way to play. And you always have that teammate that just runs out there and probably dies 20 or 30 times and maybe gets maybe 1 or 2 kills. They're always worried about picking up that ball and trying to score. And yes, like I said, it's all about scoring, but there's a fine balance. Don't sit there and don't overdo it. And I think that's what they're doing. They are overdoing it. And I think it's like something that just I would want to point out, because inevitably you're always going to have that one person on your team that plays the objective nonstop and that may have like 3 or 4 kills. And unless they have like 10, or I would say like 10 points or more, they're not even really being productive. You know, you got to be, you got to either, if you're not going to be getting kills and helping your team out, at least slay some, you need to at least be scoring a decent amount. 10 plus score, I think, it would at least be the reasonable excuse if you have like single digit kills. You got to be well rounded in Gridiron. Don't be that person, don't be that guy on the team that basically is dying nonstop and forces your teammates to play a person down. Alright, so let me get back to finishing my story. I didn't like the Uplink version. So for the first couple months, I didn't even play Gridiron. I knew what Gridiron was. I knew somehow it was tied to Uplink, so I just assumed that it was just going to be too hectic like Uplink was in previous games. However, one day I'm completing some challenges to unlock credits so I can stockpile them for upcoming weapon DLC. You guys know how that goes. You can never get enough credits in World War II. And I get one of the challenges that says, complete one match of Gridiron. It sounded easy enough, so I hopped in a match of Gridiron, and immediately I could tell that it wasn't going to be like the previous versions. It was going to be much better. After that, it's been love ever since. Talk about a true romance. Stay on the lookout for the long-awaited book, 50 Shades of Gridiron. It's going to be a hit. All jokes aside, this mode is really fun, and I would love to see it end up in Black Ops 4. Unfortunately, if I had to guess, I would say that Gridiron will not be making a return, most likely because Treyarch have already added a couple new game modes of their own, and to prevent the player base being split up into too many playlists, they're going to have to discontinue some of the previous game modes, and I do think Gridiron is going to be the one that gets, or one of the ones that gets the axe. So obviously we'll have to wait and see come October at the full list of game modes. You know, who knows, I may be pleasantly surprised, but honestly I'm not going to hold my breath because like I said, I don't think Gridiron is actually that popular. I think it's more of a niche kind of game type where if you love it, you love it. If you don't even really mess with it. It's not something that most people, I think, even really think about when playing a traditional Call of Duty. Even in all the other games, not just World War II, I don't think Uplink or Gridiron was never one of the most popular game modes. So I think it's probably going to be an easy decision for them if they're having to look for which game mode to get rid of. I'm sure Gridiron sticks out as one of the ones that could be thrown away. So what do you guys think about Gridiron? Did you guys play it at all? Did you like it? You know, what's something that you would like to see in Black Ops 4? Let me all know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.